There comes a moment in every life when the weight of struggle begins to lift, not because the world has grown lighter, but because we have grown stronger. Life, in its mysterious wisdom, has a way of testing us, not to break us, but to prepare us. Each challenge, each obstacle, each disappointment has been a teacher, guiding us toward understanding our own resilience. And now, for those who have persevered, a quiet shift begins. The universe, which has seemed so demanding, now begins to reward. Not with fanfare, not with the noise of sudden fortune, but with the gentle unfolding of opportunities, recognition, and fulfillment that we are ready to receive. Understanding this moment requires clarity. Rewards are not handed to those who merely wish for them. They are delivered to those who have labored, reflected, and refined themselves through experience. Every late night, every moment of doubt, every struggle faced without surrender has been an investment. The universe does not forget. It does not overlook effort. The invisible scales of life measure perseverance, patience, and integrity, and today they tip in your favor. Yet, recognition of the shift is only the beginning. To fully receive what life offers, one must be awake to it. Opportunities may appear subtle, even mundane, at first glance. A conversation, a new connection, a chance to demonstrate skill. These are the whispers of reward. Those who are aware can respond. Those who are distracted may miss them. The universe rewards the prepared mind and the patient heart. Purpose is central to this transition. Rewards are never random. They align with who you are meant to become. If your efforts have been aimed at fleeting pleasures or superficial gains, the universe will remain indifferent. But when your actions are intentional, aligned with your deeper purpose, the unfolding rewards feel inevitable, as if life itself has been guiding you all along toward a destiny long awaited. Patience remains essential. Even as the tests ease, the universe does not grant everything at once. Rewards often arrive quietly, gradually, like dawn spilling light across a darkened sky. Persistence, therefore, remains the most reliable companion. Those who have mastered patience, who continue to act with diligence, even in the absence of immediate recognition, find themselves positioned to embrace these gifts fully. To rush, to demand, to seek shortcuts is to diminish the value of what is rightfully yours. Humility, too, must accompany reward. The universe's favor is not a license for pride or indulgence. It is a call to further responsibility. True wisdom lies in understanding that every blessing, no matter how small or grand, carries the potential to shape not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Gratitude transforms reward into influence, and influence, when wielded wisely, becomes legacy. Being chosen carries responsibility. Rewards are not trophies, they are tools. How you respond to this quiet turning point will determine the next chapter of your journey. Will you use what you have received to build, to inspire, to elevate others, or will you squander it in selfishness and complacency? The universe watches not for entitlement, but for readiness. The readiness to accept, to act, and to continue the journey with purpose and courage. So, as January 15, 2026 approaches, recognize the shift. Feel it in the small signs, the gentle nods of life that indicate the tests are easing. Embrace the rewards with clarity and gratitude. Step into your purpose with intention. The universe has not only noticed your perseverance, it has decided it is time to reward it. And in doing so, it invites you to rise, to lead, and to live fully the life you have been prepared to receive. Life has a way of presenting challenges that seem disproportionate to our capacity, leaving us to question why hardship exists at all. Yet, these very difficulties are not random acts of misfortune. They are the instruments through which growth and understanding are forged. Every trial, every moment of discomfort, and every failure is a lesson wrapped in experience. The universe, in its quiet wisdom, does not seek to punish, but to teach, to test the strength, character, and resilience of those who are willing to endure. When a person faces adversity, it is not merely a measure of their present ability, but an opportunity to develop the skills, patience, and insight necessary for the stages of life that lie ahead. In this sense, struggle is not a barrier to success, it is a prerequisite for it. The moments when we feel tested, whether through personal loss, professional setbacks, or emotional strain, are the very moments that define the foundation upon which our future achievements are built. They compel us to confront our limitations, to recognize patterns in our behavior, and to seek solutions that we might not have discovered otherwise. Without tests, there can be no meaningful growth, for comfort rarely motivates transformation, and ease seldom produces strength. It is important to recognize that the lessons embedded in life's tests are rarely obvious at first glance. The pain of failure can feel crushing, the weight of disappointment overwhelming. Yet, each challenge carries a hidden curriculum that teaches persistence, discernment, and self-awareness. The person who has faced repeated setbacks gradually develops the capacity to navigate complexity with clarity and patience. They learn that short-term defeat does not equate to ultimate failure, and that the most profound growth often occurs in the quiet, unnoticed moments when no one is observing. Each obstacle becomes a mirror, reflecting weaknesses to be addressed and strengths that were previously unrecognized. This process is not instantaneous, it unfolds over time, demanding attention, reflection, and conscious effort. Those who resist the temptation to flee from difficulty, who instead engage with it thoughtfully, often emerge not only stronger but wiser, with a deeper understanding of their own potential and the world around them. Moreover, the series of tests in life serves to prepare individuals for the responsibilities that accompany success. Without the tempering influence of challenge, the rewards of life may be squandered, misused, or taken for granted. Just as a blacksmith strengthens steel through repeated heating and hammering, the human spirit becomes resilient through trials and hardships. These experiences cultivate patience, empathy, and humility, teaching the valuable lesson that success is not merely the accumulation of achievements, but the product of disciplined growth and moral fortitude. Life's tests, therefore, are both practical and moral in nature. They refine the mind, strengthen character, and foster a sense of purpose that guides future decisions. To recognize this is to shift perspective. Hardships are no longer obstacles to be endured with resentment, but essential components of the journey toward mastery of one's life and destiny. In reflecting on the tests one has faced, it becomes clear that no experience is wasted. Even mistakes that seemed catastrophic at the time carry insights that cannot be obtained in any other way. They teach lessons in patience, strategy, and emotional intelligence. They reveal the limits of control and the importance of adaptability. The person who has endured failure learns to approach challenges with foresight and preparation, developing a resilience that cannot be simulated or acquired through comfort. Over time, this cumulative wisdom allows individuals to anticipate difficulties before they arise, to respond rather than react, and to make choices aligned with long-term growth rather than short-term gratification. The narrative of life as a series of tests also instills gratitude, as it encourages recognition of the progress made through struggle and the lessons gained through experience. Each trial, no matter how painful, contributes to a richer, more capable, and more grounded self, prepared to embrace the opportunities that follow with confidence and clarity. Understanding life as a continuum of challenges also helps individuals reframe their relationship with failure. Rather than fearing mistakes or viewing setbacks as personal deficiencies, one can see them as invitations to engage more deeply with the world and with oneself. Each test is an experiment, offering feedback, insight, and a chance to adapt. In this way, life's challenges are not adversaries but mentors, stern yet impartial guides that illuminate the path to personal growth. Those who learn to embrace testing periods with reflection and determination discover an internal strength that allows them to navigate uncertainty with grace. They recognize that hardship is not an endpoint, but a transformative process, equipping them with skills, wisdom, and resilience that will define their future. The recognition that life's tests are purposeful changes the way we approach challenges, from resistance and frustration to active engagement and learning, fostering a mindset that ultimately transforms difficulty into opportunity. Recognition of the shift from testing to reward is a subtle yet profound turning point in life. For years, many endure hardships that feel endless, as though the universe itself is set against them. Days may blur into nights of effort with little visible progress, and the fruits of labor often seem delayed or denied. Yet, there comes a moment when the accumulated lessons, persistence, and personal growth reach a threshold, and the universe begins to respond, not with new challenges, but with opportunities and rewards that reflect the readiness of the individual. This shift is rarely dramatic or announced with grandeur. It is often quiet, almost imperceptible at first, appearing as small openings or signs that signal life's recognition of effort. The first step in receiving the benefits of this transition is awareness. Those who remain attuned to the subtle cues of life, who observe patterns and recognize the alignment of circumstances, can identify when the tide is turning. It is this recognition that allows one to act with precision, rather than remaining stuck in the mindset of struggle, forever bracing for the next test. The shift from testing to reward requires discernment, for it is easy to mistake ordinary circumstances for significant change. Many fail to notice the beginning of reward because they are so conditioned to hardship that any reprieve feels temporary or insignificant. To truly recognize the moment, one must develop an acute awareness of cause and effect in their own life. Efforts that were consistent, decisions that were wise, and sacrifices that were made in alignment with purpose all begin to show tangible and intangible results. It is in these manifestations, opportunities, connections, insights, or moments of clarity, that the universe signals its readiness to favor those who have prepared themselves. The person who has cultivated mindfulness, reflection, and observation becomes capable of discerning this shift and responding appropriately, thereby maximizing the impact of the moment. Furthermore, recognizing this shift is not merely a passive acknowledgement, it requires active engagement. Rewards do not arrive as gifts without participation, they are invitations to action. The universe stops testing those who have demonstrated readiness, not to allow complacency, but to create space for advancement. Those who have labored through difficulty are now positioned to receive, but only if they step forward with initiative. Opportunities may appear as challenges that are now manageable or as circumstances that were previously unreachable. Recognition of the shift allows individuals to distinguish between residual tests, which may still arise in minor forms, and true rewards that signal progression. The ability to interpret these signs accurately is a skill developed through experience and reflection, and it is this skill that separates those who capitalize on life's turning points from those who remain unaware, letting the moment pass unnoticed. The process of recognition also brings with it a renewed sense of confidence. Knowing that the universe is no longer actively testing one's limits fosters clarity of purpose and courage to act decisively. This confidence is not rooted in arrogance or entitlement, but in the understanding that past effort, character, and resilience have prepared one to receive the benefits of life. With this awareness, decisions can be made from a position of strength rather than fear, and actions can be undertaken with intentionality rather than hesitation. The quiet acknowledgement that reward is unfolding transforms mindset and behavior, allowing individuals to approach opportunities with clarity, focus, and composure. It enables one to prioritize wisely, to embrace meaningful work, and to contribute effectively to endeavors that align with long-term goals. Additionally, recognizing the shift highlights the importance of timing and patience. Just as the universe's tests were not arbitrary, the arrival of rewards follows a natural rhythm that is neither rushed nor delayed. The period of waiting, enduring, and growing has cultivated readiness, and the reward appears when conditions are optimal for growth and success. Those who fail to notice this timing, or who misinterpret the signs, risk either acting prematurely or missing opportunities entirely. Recognition, therefore, is both a skill and a mindset, an awareness that comes from observing patterns, reflecting on past experiences, and understanding the causal relationship between effort and reward. The shift emphasizes accountability, and responsibility. To recognize reward is to acknowledge that one's actions and decisions have created conditions for this moment. It is a realization that life's generosity is not random, but the natural consequence of deliberate growth and perseverance. With this awareness comes the responsibility to act wisely, to continue to cultivate virtues, and to ensure that the rewards received are applied in ways that further personal development, benefit others, and honor the journey that led to this point. Recognition of the shift, therefore, is not merely the acknowledgement of a change in circumstance. It is an awakening to the interconnectedness of effort, preparation, and opportunity, and to the critical role one must play in embracing what life now offers. Alignment with purpose is the fulcrum upon which the universe chooses to reward effort. Life's rewards are rarely random. They are the natural consequence of consistent, deliberate action toward meaningful goals. When individuals align their efforts with their true purpose, every decision, every challenge, and every small victory compounds, creating a trajectory toward fulfillment that is both inevitable and sustainable. Purpose acts as a guiding principle, a compass that ensures energy is invested in what truly matters, rather than dissipated in distractions or superficial pursuits. Those who pursue success without clarity of purpose often find that even achievement feels hollow, while those who operate in harmony with their deeper calling experience a sense of satisfaction and momentum that propels them forward. Alignment with purpose is therefore not only practical, it is transformative, shaping both the journey and the rewards that follow. Understanding one's purpose requires introspection and honesty. It is not enough to follow external expectations, imitate the successes of others, or chase opportunities solely for immediate gain. Purpose emerges when individuals examine their strengths, passions, and values, and consider how these can intersect with the needs and opportunities in the world around them. It is a delicate balance between self-awareness and awareness of context, requiring reflection on past experiences and foresight about the potential impact of one's actions. When a person achieves alignment with purpose, effort is no longer burdensome. It becomes a natural expression of identity and intent. Work that might have once felt tedious transforms into meaningful progress, and challenges become stepping stones rather than obstacles, because they are framed as essential lessons on the path to fulfilling one's calling. The alignment of actions with purpose also amplifies the effectiveness of effort. The universe responds to consistency and intention, rewarding those whose actions resonate with the greater trajectory of their lives. Random effort may produce occasional success, but deliberate action guided by purpose consistently opens doors, attracts allies, and generates opportunities that might otherwise remain inaccessible. Individuals who understand their purpose are able to focus, prioritize, and make decisions that leverage their time and energy efficiently. They recognize which opportunities to pursue, which relationships to cultivate, and which sacrifices are necessary to maintain progress in alignment with their goals. This conscious alignment reduces wasted effort and creates a powerful momentum, whereby the universe seems to lean in to support progress. Moreover, alignment with purpose fosters resilience during periods of difficulty. When life presents tests, setbacks, or frustrations, those who operate in harmony with their purpose are able to view challenges through a lens of meaning rather than mere inconvenience. The knowledge that effort contributes to a larger objective provides clarity, endurance, and motivation to persist. This resilience not only sustains continued effort, but also attracts favorable conditions and relationships. The universe responds to those who demonstrate dedication to their calling, often presenting opportunities that accelerate progress precisely because the individual is prepared to receive them. In this way, purpose functions as both compass and magnet, guiding effort and attracting the conditions necessary for success. Alignment with purpose also nurtures discernment. Life is filled with distractions, competing priorities, and fleeting temptations that can divert attention from meaningful goals. Individuals who understand their purpose are able to filter these influences, focusing on what will yield long-term growth rather than short-term gratification. This clarity allows them to act decisively, to recognize when circumstances are aligned with their objectives, and to seize opportunities that others might overlook. Purpose-driven individuals are thus not merely reactive. They are proactive architects of their lives, shaping outcomes through intentional, thoughtful action rather than passively waiting for fortune to intervene. Alignment with purpose transforms the nature of reward itself. When actions are consistent with calling and intent, the universe's response is proportional, measured not only in material gain or recognition, but also in the development of character, insight, and influence. True reward is holistic. It encompasses not just external achievements, but the internal satisfaction that comes from knowing that one's life is being lived authentically, meaningfully, and in accordance with one's deepest values. Purpose-driven effort generates not just success, but fulfillment, creating a life that is both productive and significant. Those who achieve alignment with purpose recognize that every reward is a reflection of prior intention and effort, and that the quality of reward is inseparable from the clarity and sincerity of the purpose it serves. In this way, alignment with purpose is both a prerequisite and a catalyst for reward. It ensures that the universe's favor is not squandered, but received with awareness, intention, and responsibility. When effort is aligned with purpose, challenges are navigated skillfully, opportunities are recognized promptly, and the benefits of life's unfolding become fully accessible. The universe, having tested and observed the dedication of the individual, now responds to that alignment with reward, supporting the fulfillment of a calling that is uniquely theirs. Purpose is, therefore, the bridge between preparation and reward, the thread that connects struggle to triumph, and the lens through which every opportunity and challenge can be understood as part of a coherent, meaningful journey. Patience and persistence are the twin pillars upon which lasting success and meaningful reward are built. While talent, opportunity, and effort are often celebrated as the hallmarks of achievement, it is the steady, consistent application of work over time, coupled with the capacity to endure delays and obstacles, that ultimately determines the quality and longevity of reward. Life rarely unfolds according to a precise timetable, and the universe operates on rhythms that are often invisible to those who seek immediate results. Those who cultivate patience understand that the process of growth cannot be rushed, that meaningful outcomes require time to mature, and that the most significant rewards often arrive quietly, gradually, and unexpectedly. Patience allows individuals to maintain composure and clarity during periods when progress seems slow or imperceptible, transforming frustration into strategic observation and inertia into intentional action. Persistence, on the other hand, ensures that effort is sustained even in the face of apparent failure or stagnation. Many give up prematurely, abandoning tasks, goals, or relationships at the first sign of difficulty, unaware that the turning point may be just beyond the current struggle. Those who persist recognize that success is cumulative, built on repeated attempts, small improvements, and the courage to continue despite uncertainty. Persistence is not blind stubbornness, it is informed, deliberate continuation of effort guided by reflection, learning, and adaptation. It allows individuals to convert setbacks into lessons and delays into preparation, ensuring that every action contributes to eventual progress. Patience without persistence can lead to passivity, while persistence without patience can result in frustration and burnout. Together, they create a balance that fosters resilience, strategic action, and the ability to recognize and seize opportunities when they arise. The role of patience and persistence is particularly evident in the quiet periods between visible progress and reward. Life often tests individuals over long stretches in which effort appears unrewarded, and the absence of immediate results can provoke doubt, fear, or resignation. However, those who understand the interplay between patience and persistence view these intervals as essential stages of growth. Patience enables the mind to remain calm and focused, to observe patterns, and to anticipate opportunities, while persistence ensures that action continues despite external silence or apparent stagnation. The combination of the two transforms waiting from a passive experience into an active, constructive process, whereby readiness, skill, and awareness are cultivated in anticipation of the rewards that are gradually approaching. In this sense, patience and persistence function as tools for positioning oneself advantageously in relation to life's unfolding events. Patience also fosters wisdom in decision-making. When individuals rush toward immediate gratification or allow impatience to dictate action, they often miss the subtleties of timing and opportunity. The universe does not favor haste. It rewards those who can endure and act with discernment. Patience allows for careful evaluation of circumstances, assessment of potential outcomes, and the development of strategic responses that maximize benefit. This capacity to delay impulsive action in favor of measured, thoughtful steps often separates those who experience fleeting success from those who enjoy lasting, meaningful achievement. It encourages observation, reflection, and the cultivation of skills that are necessary to navigate increasingly complex challenges and opportunities. Persistence, meanwhile, is the practical manifestation of commitment and determination. It is what ensures that effort continues even when enthusiasm wanes, when results are delayed, or when obstacles seem insurmountable. Persistent individuals embrace discipline, establishing routines, habits, and structures that maintain progress over time. They do not rely solely on motivation, which is transient, but on steadfast commitment, reinforced by clear goals, purpose, and vision. Persistence also nurtures resilience. Repeated engagement with difficulty strengthens confidence, reduces fear of failure, and fosters the adaptability required to respond effectively to unforeseen challenges. In this way, persistence transforms obstacles from deterrents into catalysts for growth. Together, patience and persistence cultivate a mindset that recognizes the natural ebb and flow of life. They teach that reward is not always immediate, that progress can be incremental, and that the greatest achievements often arrive after sustained effort over time. Those who master these qualities develop not only competence, but also the emotional and intellectual capacity to handle success responsibly, using it as a foundation for further growth rather than as a fleeting moment of gratification. In essence, patience and persistence create the conditions under which the universe can quietly begin to reward effort, ensuring that readiness, alignment, and growth are met with opportunity, and that the benefits of life's unfolding are fully accessible to those who endure and persevere with wisdom, dedication, and resolve.